Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? That's right, we're back. Jerome's back in friendly confines, back in studio. It's good times. It's good times. Vikings 9-2, looking to move to 10-2 against the New York Football Jets. It's going to be a tough-ass game. Jets have one of the best defenses in the NFL. Mike White is out there just slanging it. So this is going to be a very hard-fought game, and we expect nothing else. Especially since the Vikings have had the 9th toughest schedule in the National Football League to date. And it makes the Cowboys and the Eagles schedule look marshmallowy. But the Vikings are 9-2, still standing, still strong. And the Vikings, according to PFF, actually have the weakest remaining schedule. But you can't take any single game for granted. You're at home. You got to take care of your business at home. You too good for your home? Answer me. All right, so we are going to be getting it on. All right, so bring up the chat. There we go. So announcement to make. It is a holiday season, and it is good to be generous. And not to get all mushy and philosophical, even though we did that in one of our videos this week, where I feel like when you're blessed, it is your duty. I just said duty. It's your job to give back to others. So that's what we're going to do. A holiday donation drive. All Venmos, they're going to be sent to the show during the month of December. At Purple for the Win, the link is down below. Will be donated to Twin Cities food shelves around the area, and we'll be matching all donations up to $1,000. That may go up. I mean, if we get a couple grand in donations, Andy just might be like YOLO, because the holiday seasons, it can be tough for a lot of people, and I think that's important that people who do have abundance or are in a situation where they can give, where they can make someone else's holiday just a little bit brighter. I think it's important. So that's what we're doing. All Venmos, hell, all super chats. We'll do that too. So if you got a question, toss a couple bucks in super chat, or send a couple shekels to the Venmo. We'll match it, and it'll go to Twin Cities food shelves this holiday season. So back to the game. So all the hype is around Jefferson versus Sauce. I think it's gonna be a big time battle, but I mean, it's going to be a good game. I'm really excited. I low-key like the Jets. I love what Rob Salah has done. Anthony Sebring, $2 in Super Chat. Is Dancer back for this game? Nope. Potentially back next week for the Lions. That's when he's eligible to come off of IR. Edwin Bootsy, 6. Is that euros or pounds? No, that's euros, right? In the Super Chat. Thank you. Hippos. Tristan D, $5 in Super Chat. Vikings win 35-29. Jets almost score to win on the final drive, but Patrick Peterson gets a game-winning pick. Man, I don't expect it to be a shootout, but then again, I didn't expect Vikings-Bills to be a shootout either. The Jets uniforms, I mean, they look good. I mean, that metallic green on the helmet, it's not bad. Also, we're one play away from Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is going to be backo. Julius Grover, $20 in the Super Chat. Thank you for the donation and hard work. Skull Vikings. Hey, thank you, Julius. You're the best. So, going through the Vikings inactives. Let's see here. Villain, Lowe, Otamawo have been the standards inactives. Chris Reed is active for the second game in a row as the Vikings are shuffling along the offensive line. Christian Darrisaw is out. Blacklock is out with a illness, but Diesel Dalvin is in. Caleb Evans is in, and also I think I saw something that so Brandel's been getting most of the first team reps, but they also had Oli Udoh out there. I don't know, man. All right, then keys to victory. So getting after Mike White is going to be key, because you saw how he looked against the Bears. Even though the Bears defense is bombed out and depleted, I mean, Mike White looked good. He looked like a competent NFL quarterback, stands in the pocket tall, delivers a good ball on time, threw for 3 touchdowns. I mean, he's solid. Anthony Sebring, $2 Super Chat. Do you think the D catches crashes they with Fire Ed? Maybe. It's possible. Anthony Hatzenbuehler. There will be an enforcement conduct flag thrown between Jettas and Sauce. Hopefully it's on Sauce. That's right. Scheme and Jefferson open. Because I understand the machismo of just lining up Jefferson against Sauce on the outside. No motion, nothing like that. But putting him in motion, putting him in the slot, putting him in a bunch, putting him in the backfield, there's ways to be able to scheme 18 where Jefferson's going to have a big-time game. I can already feel it, man. I can already feel it, man. Also, we got the lucky jersey on. And remember, this was not only laundered after the Cowboys game. This was dry clean. So we have exorcised the demons from these threads. The offensive line needs to bring it because the Jets, they get Sheldon Rankins back. Quinnen Williams is an absolute man-child. Jonathan Franklin Myers, they can get after it. They get after it on the defensive line. So let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Quinnen Williams, Carl Lawson, the former Bengal. Yeah. CJ Mosley is an absolute stud. So forgot the guy, Quan Alexander, just randomly. Oh, Nathan Shepard is one of my favorite guys. They got Solomon Thomas. Jermaine Johnson, the pride of Eden Prairie, he's coming home. Yeah. Crazy front seven. Absolutely insane front seven, man. So the offensive line, you're minus Darisaw, but you got to bring it, especially that interior. G-Dub, Garrett Wilson, got to get after him. Where I think that Garrett Wilson, it's him and Olave, two of the best rookie receivers out there. And, Garrett Wilson had himself a nice 95-yard, 2-touchdown game against the Bears. And, the Vikings are going to have to key on him. Like 17, always got to know where he is at all times. And then, Kirk Sember to remember. Kirk Cousins, he's not putting up the insane Lulu numbers like he has in previous years, but he's just been clutch. 7 game-winning come-from-behind fourth-quarter drives. He's just been onions. But I think that this is potentially a game where this can be a statement, where the Jets defense is good. The Jets have one of the best secondaries in the NFL, but so did the Patriots. And the Cousins and Kevin O'Connell and Jefferson were able to move the ball on New England. I think they'll do it again against the Jets. I think TJ Hawkinson will have a nice game. I think that Za'Darius and Daniil and the Purple People Eaters 2.0 Reborn will get after Mike White's ass. That offensive line for the Jets, a little bit banged up. They're down AVT. Dwayne Brown was just put on injured reserve, so get after it. Also, shutting down Gronklin and Azuma, just making sure that Mike White doesn't have those outlet passes. King Kene, I think that this is going to be a really interesting special teams battle because the Jets also have one of the best returners in the league in Braxton Berrios. So it's going to be like King Kene, Braxton, Jalen, Braxton. Go back and forth, man. And then just not giving up the big plays. That's where the Vikings defense has been most susceptible, is just giving up those chunk 15-plus yard plays, especially on third and forevers, where it's just horrifically backbreaking. Just morale killing stuff, man. Andrew Gano, Skull from Almost Heaven, West Virginia. Feed TJ today. Absolutely. So, as many of you know, we've quasi-adopted a few college football teams, which is kind of fun. So I, grew up like a geographical default fan of the Gophers, I guess. But we adopted Texas because the wife and I enjoy our time down in Austin. I adopted the Mountaineers because I just love, Country Roast take me on, but I just love the way that West Virginia gets after it, man. Also Pat McAfee, that certainly helps. USC, how'd that one work out last night? Or 2 nights ago. Maybe not so much. But we got Ian Eagle as well as Charles Davis. Charles Davis is one of my favorite announcers. So really happy to have him. He's fantastic draft analyst. Also, isn't Ian Eagle's kid? Isn't he a broadcaster? I want to say for Fox or something. It's possible. But yeah, Mike White 315-3 last week. Also, I love that Mike White just does not give a fudge. He just really doesn't. Like, he's a gunslinger. Now, there was some Mike White hype last season where he had a really good bust-out game. But then he started 4 games total last year where he just wasn't really good. All right, so maybe he got exposed a little bit. But I think the Vikings and hopefully Donatel and Pettin getting some tape on Mike White will be able to jam him up. Plus, it is so cool, man, the how they make it look like it's snowing inside U.S. Bank Stadium. I love that stuff. Evan Washburn. He spends $10,000 a year on hair gel. Oh, man. I'm feeling good, which might be dangerous because I actually don't feel good. The Vikings can secure the NFC North division today. The Vikings win or tie, Lions lose or tie. And then, the Eagles. The Eagles may have a tough game against Tennessee in the late window. I think that Derrick Henry may run all over them, and I would love to see it, man. Vikings get to 10-2, Eagles fall to 10-2. Hey, Tannehill, one time. Could we just get something going one time? That's all, man. That's all. All right, so wrapping up the pregame show. Remember, holiday donation drive, all super chats, all Venmos this month. sent to the show will be going to Twin Cities food shelves, and we'll be matching up to $1,000, probably more. If you guys exceed $1,000, I feel perfectly fine going even beyond that. So we will see you at halftime. We'll also see you for the post-game show, as well as winners and losers. That's right. That's right, man.